happening. Okay, so let me take you to that. So which I am thinking as the agenda. Let me share the screen with you guys. Guys, again, one more. Guys, one more. 832. Please mute your phone. I don't have the number. 832-287-2946.
Hi, this is Murali Venkatesh.
Oh, Morley, can you mute your phone? Because I think, right, it's coming from your, so can you mute your phone?
Yeah, I was muted before, but I'm going to go mute on right now. Thanks.
Okay, fine.
I think it's coming from Raj Gopal's phone.
No, I don't think so. No, I think it's done now. I think it's not coming now. That's fine. Let me share that. Okay. Okay, I think now you can see my screen. Okay, guys, see, this is what my understanding in this case, right? These are the applications, which I want to share it to the team. So what are the different applications we have? So it's a manufacturing, you know, right? Manufacturing, logistics, and retail, energy and utility, smart transportation, environmental, and smart homes. So what I will do is I will share this screen, this PPT to all of you, right? So that you can go back and refer to this particular PPT screens so that you can have some references. So manufacturing, right? So one of the main popular manufacturing use cases, which I want to share it with you, all the people, and energy and utilities, which is smart energy, and smart transportation, which is, I know, right? Most of the people are talking about the fleet management. But in the smart transportation, I want to cover most of the cars, right? Cars I want to talk it like as transportation and automotive I want to cover, because transportation, you know, right? Most of the people in the transportation are talking about fleet management. I think a vehicular management, so everyone knows it. But what we can do in this case, right? We can cover on the new topics of smart transportation, like how do I car? Like for example, the best example of the car, what you see is basically. You can know, right? What my battery, or is my battery drained off, like a real-time scenario, which I can share it, that use case. And then the environment, right? Again, it's smart energy environment. Like environment is like I have a smart energy efficiency module, and I put smart homes, but I don't want to cover the smart home. It's an application, but I'm not able to cover to the smart homes. But I will cover the smart buildings. So because the entire idea of this is a smart cities. I know, right? Mostly in the Middle East or in the Western countries, there is smart cities initiatives a lot of. But if you see in India also, there is a lot of smart cities initiative coming up, right? So what I want to cover in this case, in smart cities, I want to cover smart buildings. So what I suggest from the people is basically I want your feedback. See, the whole agenda of having this meetings is I want the feedback from what I'm going to cover, right? Maybe if you people can come back and says that, hey Vijay, these are good. No, we will go. See, that's what the whole agenda of this having these meetings or events or WhatsApp is. What areas we are missing, and what is like one is, I know, right, there is smart agriculture, which is very popular in the market. So any other, right, which can be covered. So at the end, right, we have a use case for each and every industry, and it's shared to everyone. It's not that, right, okay, one is gaining the knowledge. I want it to be shared to everyone. Like for example, one is smart energy. So what I'm trying to do, example is this one smart energy I have implemented for the use cases. So what I want to do is I want to go and show it as a live demo to you also, like, because I'm trying to come up in the few months of time, right? How smart energy can be having this, the load management of any appliances you have, right? For example, if we take a one live case, and in due course of time, I want to show, right, how the meter is captured and how can be energy efficient using a data analytics. I'm talking about the data analytics use cases. I don't want to go and deeper data analytics, but the basic analytics. Basically, you want to see on UI, right? How much is my consumption, right? How can I save my power? How much each appliance is taken care of, like a small demo kind of we can do an end-to-end so that people can understand what exactly is happening in this case. That is one use case I'm going to show it to you. One is, when I say use cases, right, I want to do a kind of show as a POC or a demo or a live case where you can see the real-time data coming up from the load, and then you can see how the consumption is pattern is moving on, right? Okay, at like every 15 minutes you get the read, or every second you get the read, every second you get the consumption, and you see the patterns. Maybe it's not a drastic. That is one of the example I was planning to do. But entire, if you want to see the energy, right, this comes under the smart grid. Smart grid is one popular term. You might be knowing that is going in the market. So you go everywhere, right? Smart grid is a bigger picture for, if you're in the energy, you know it. So what I want to talk about this, the opportunities, it's every generic term people will talk about. See, overall opportunities in this area, what I'm talking about is, what I see in these cases, maybe people can throw their ideas. In this case, what I see is IoT and data science are the realistic pictures going on. Like IoT is one, data collection from different tools, different data, different sensors, different whatever you wanted, and then you put a science to it, data science. Data science can be anything. You can be machine learning, it can be analytics, or uh, it can be a big data, whatever you want to make. There is sparse streaming. So you name it, you have it there. So it's a combination of both. So IoT in data science is the next big opportunity I see. So I can contradict, but anyone can contradict it. It's its own view, but what I see from the different aspects of that is, this is one area which is going to boom in the next, at least next year or next couple of years, next 4 years. So this is the market you will come to know. So it's a quick thing, because as I told you, right, I want this session to have a kind of one-to-one communication to make it a better way. If you have any specific questions, right? So what my agenda for next week, Reed, I thought of covering IIoT, but I see some of the people have some questions, right? How does this group can be effective? So I want to take for the next 20 minutes on that questions, or any specific questions for each individual, and let's have the communication. So next week, what I'm trying to give is industrial IoT. So that's where I want to cover more on the IIoTs and some things like IIoTs, and then later in the next few classes also I want to cover like IIoT with the data science. I'm not an expert in data science, but what I can cover, I'll give a heads up to that how this data can be leveraged to use a better specific way. So this is where I'm going to stop. So, and what I will do is I'll open the form, I'll open the thing, right? And what I suggest is, if I know people have some questions, right? So each individual, right, can unmute, and then we can have specific questions. And then what we can do is we can just continue on that conversation.
Vijay, this is Vijay Rahman.
Okay.
Just your agenda, I don't see the IIoT coming out. You have the manufacturing, you have the smart grid and all those things, but the actual IIoT comes from the industrial space, not the manufacturing.
See, Raghavan, see, IIoT is industrial IoT. See, manufacturing is an industry to me.
Manufacture, there is a slight difference there, because manufacturing is you manufacture something, okay? But say, for example, if you take the Siemens, if you take the GE, take the other companies, they are all industrial, but their IoT comes from the industrial equipment monitoring, remote monitoring of the equipments, not the actual manufacturing.
See, yeah, see, Raghavan, as you rightly said, those people will say industries 4.0. That's what they term is as auditable. See, the same IIoT is Industries 4.0. See, when I say manufacturing, I'm not talking about the supply chain. I'm talking of the manufacturing industrial machinery. I'm not talking about the manufacturing like how the plant manufacturing is happening. I'm not often asking the supply chain or the value chain. When I talk about the IIoT, I'm talking about in the manufacturing. What are the different machineries? How I can make it a smart IoT?
Okay. Thanks for the clarification, Vijay. Thanks.
Okay. So what I want from the people, right? Any suggestions, right? I know, right? This is all going on, but from the group, right? I don't know, right? I may be a little bit harsh on some of the things, right? But is it the way it's okay, or else any suggestions people can recommend? So I just want to hear from the people, right? Because I know, right? Because it's always I see things are moving, and then I keep on adding people, and then right, that the big bandwidth is going on, right? The communication and conversations are going on. So is it a healthy approach going on, or else I have anything suggestions from the team to make it more effective?
See, Vijay, what I would suggest is what you are doing is right, and as you rightly did, consumer IoT is out of this picture and discussion, and if some users have to discuss specific things which we are not covering in the group agenda, then they can directly get in touch with the people who have knowledge in that particular area or industry. But as far as the group is concerned, we will focus on only certain items which you have highlighted, plus any additional like healthcare or whatever we need to add into that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I am with you, Raju, right? The whole idea of this entire conversation, the group is IIoT. I think the entire team agrees, because that's the future I see. That is the future I see. So I think, right, everyone agrees to that, right? Rather than because consumer IoT can get it anywhere, right? But the IIoT thing, which is whatever, like IIoT or Industries 4.0 or you name it, whatever you can do. So I see more, right? The edge analytics, fog computing plays a major role going forward. Like rather than the cloud computing is one I know, but the fog computing is becoming a more popular topic, right? The edge computing. So these are all the terms, right? The new technologies. I think, Raju, right, definitely will help us going forward.
Hey, Vijay, I'm Santosh. I have few suggestions.
Okay.
I see a lot of experts here, and but we know just by one liner from them that what they are doing. My suggestion would be like let each and every person come up with some PPT kind of things where they can demonstrate or they can show who they are, what they are doing, what they have done in IoT space. May not be completely in IIoT, but in any space, because at the end of the day, all the technology into the industry is what we are talking about. But if you have experiences, for example, in home automations, that is fine. I mean, what they have understood or what they are knowing at this moment, probably that could be useful for some other guys in some other way. So let that chances be given to everybody, like 5 to 10 minutes. We'll restrict that, and we'll come to know each other very well. And sometimes by name or this thing we don't recognize each other, but the moment we say, oh, this guy, he's the agri guy, oh, this is the guy, right? So that way we can connect better in the future also, and we'll understand that, okay, if I am stuck for some of the technological things, who is the real guy here where I can get the solution. And that's where we lack here. We cannot do all the solutions by ourselves. That's where the motto of this team is. So let everybody be given some 5 to 10 minutes scheduled, and they should give this presentation here so that we know each other very well. And this is number one. Number two, then as you were discussing that we should come up with some fixed targeted agenda where we should be working. Like you said, in different industry, let us jot down that these are the industries where we'll be targeting that, and then have the brainstorming that what are the things we can do in that particular area from everybody's different suggestions, and then converging all these ideas, and then coming up some unique things where it will be outcome of all these experts. So probably I'll emphasize in these two things.
Yeah. Thanks, Santosh. Santosh, it's good you came up with that. But Santosh, right? The whole agenda, you are rightly said, right? But the whole agenda at this point of time, right, is bring the group together and active, right? That's what we are trying to come up and have a live session, be interactive until we form a full group. So today, if you see, right, the same group may not be attended next week. So the same group may not. So the whole idea for this particular agenda or particular meeting, it will go on like this until we have a full-fledged. So once we have a full team saying that, right, okay, then I think, right, definitely what you said can be targeted, saying that, okay, please come up. And then, because otherwise, right, it will be going on and on and on in session, right? And then there is no point of having this particular thing. So once what we can do is, once we formulate all the team members and we say that this is a final team, then I think, right, what your suggestions, right, we can put forward. I think, hope it answers your question.
Yeah, fine. First we should know who all we are here. Like you said, we are now 14 people here. Out of all, you are saying 17 or it is 70? How many people are there in the WhatsApp group?
It's already 70 people, and some said they cannot make it. Like maybe 10 to 12 people said they cannot make it, and 50% are there, because I know that, and 50% are like, so that's the whole. See, that's what is a challenge to me, right? Because I keep on adding and right? So Santosh, right, you give some more time, right? Because I know, right, we are keeping that. See, it's also a big task to me, right? Right? So it takes some time until people will come up to it, and then let's take it forward from there. Okay.
Fine, Vijay. Okay.
So any more questions or any suggestions from the team?
Vijay, this is Kiran Danepuri.
Okay.
I have one input here in the same lines as Santosh said, right? If not a presentation slot, what I would recommend is whoever is on the bridge in today's call, we can go around the table and see what everybody is been concentrating, what their domain is, and what's their pain points are, what's their focus area is. Just a couple of minutes, not more than that. At least we'll get a flavor of what kind of audience we have on this bridge, because we need to know what we are playing actually, which audience we are focusing, which audience we are targeting, right? At least if we don't know it, I mean, just we are shooting in the dark here. I'm not sure if we are talking about completely hands-on technologists, or some kind of product managers, or some kind of architects. So we need to know the audience as well. I mean, that's my 2 cents, Vijay.
Kiran, I think, right, what we'll take this as from next time, right, I'll take this as a point, right? Maybe I'll give it 30 seconds. I don't want to take more than because I know it's a 40-minute session, right? Maybe 30 seconds just to name introduction, what they're doing, what their line of business is. So at least 30 seconds I'll give each one, so that they say their name right before starting, right? At least each takes 30 seconds. Maybe what are like 5-10 minutes go for the introduction, and maybe we can take it forward from there, from the next session, if it is okay.
Yeah, sure, Vijay.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take it as a note, and then next time, right, maybe we'll do that as initial introduction so that people know it, and then we'll take it forward from there. So anything more you want to suggest from the team, right?
Vijay, this is Vijay Raghvan again. Do you have the LinkedIn profiles of all the people? So that may be the starting point where we each can share our LinkedIn profiles.
Yeah, I think everyone has the LinkedIn profiles, right? Because you people are dropping on the LinkedIn, so everyone has the LinkedIn profiles. You can go with that. So definitely, I think so. Everyone.
Can we have it shared? I connected to you through LinkedIn, but I don't think I have connected to anyone else in the team. So that may be the first.
No, it's all because you have to work it out this way, right? You have to see that part of logistics, and then you have to start work working together in this case, the whole agenda of that, right? So maybe we have to work that way.
Vijay, I like that idea, but it is not that what we want to say that everything has to be done by you only. But you can assign or we can volunteer some of the job. Like he was mentioning that LinkedIn profile of each of our all us should be collected at some place. So any one of us can volunteer that. Okay, it is me. Dear all, please give me your all of your link to me, and I'll compile and then I'll present to everybody. So that way, Vijay, you can focus on main thing, but the smaller chunk of things which is really required by the team can be done by other guys also. So please feel free to assign this kind of job to everybody. We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, I mean, that's the whole point, right? I mean, before we go into the profile sharing and everything, we don't even know this audience, right? I don't know the rest of the crowd, what their backgrounds are, what their interests are, what their main focus areas are. So that's where an introduction would be better rather than sharing a profile.
Yeah.
Is definitely eventually comes down the line without a doubt. But to start with profiles, it's just a little too much to start with. We need to start with just on the surface, right? Try to see who we are. I mean, what we've been doing. And at least that's the entry point, actually. Profiles definitely should follow at one point. I'm not sure, Vijay. I mean, I would say if you see the commonality between all the recommendations, at least an introductory from rest of the crowd, hey, what we've been doing is a good starting point if this session or next session or whenever you want to do.
Yes, Kiran, I think that's a good idea rather than, okay, at some point of time, we can do that as a rightly said. See, this group is evolving, as I told you, right? This group has started up, right? Because it is keeping repeated. Like, see, for example, Kiran, if you say that, right, we have done the introduction. This is not the first session we are doing. This is the third session we are doing. We have already done in the first session. So we are assuming that people have already, so it's a repetitive sessions to everyone because I keep adding on that. So, but as you rightly said, right, from next time, right, maybe it's a good idea to make sure that, hey, 30 seconds, I'll give it to you. Each one, unmute it. Please introduce yourself. Like it may be a couple of times, maybe 3 times. I'm sorry for that, but maybe if you are repeating every time, it may be repetitive to you. Maybe, for example, Kiran can be, new members can be added, but every time you're repeating, but it's okay. Giving 30 seconds is not a problem every day, every time. So you can just introduce for 30 minutes and then that 30 seconds, and then we can take it forward. I think that will be a good idea to go forward at this point of time.
Yeah, so I'm unaware of the prior sessions, Vijay. So I'm sorry for that. Now I understand your pain point. I got your point.
Yes. I know. But Kiran, right? It's a good idea to what you have highlighted it right now, because you keep on adding, but you are joining as the first time. You may be not aware of what is the group we are talking about. Like Raju Ved is he's there from the first session, so he knows me and I know him. For example, right? Maybe you joined today, right? You may not know both of us. But I think right next time what I will do as a good idea, I think everyone agrees to that. I'll give only 30 seconds so that at least the group knows. But please be with me, right? I know this will be a pain area to everyone. It's to me also, because I cannot add so many people, because I have to take the pain of adding some people and some taking out, and then I'm doing that on and off. So maybe in due course of time, definitely I see this group should be very effective in taking the right people to the right wing, and then take it to the right, because I have been what is the whole idea is I have been into a lot of groups, right? What I see, right, the group is very active for some time, and after that, right, some more activities like sales activities or requirement activities come up, the whole momentum it goes down, and that WhatsApp group is dead. So no activities going forward. So I don't want that to happen to this group, because I am taking the initiative. So I want to be the momentum. So maybe that's the reason that maybe a little bit harsh sometimes. Please be coping with me. I don't mean I'm harsh to that people, but only thing is because I have seen lots of WhatsApp group. I don't want to die at this group. I want to be active, and it's a non-profitable thing. We are not doing any funding for the profit. It's on individual profit sharing, each per each person, right? I want, it's only not me. That's what I'm saying. It's not only Vijay giving the sessions. I want others to come up and give the sessions. I am fine to that. I am also, see, I want to learn also, right? It's not every time I'm giving it to you. I want to learn from the experts like you. So I want that people to come up, and then everyone can volunteer and say that, hey, Kiran or someone is, hey, I have done this. I want to share to the team. Yes, I'm open to that. Come up, right? And then let me know. So one day you can take the session. It's not always Vijay sharing the session. Okay, so guys, if you don't have anything more, right, I want to conclude. If you have any questions, right, we can just continue with that. Yeah, Vijay, you have any questions? No, I don't think so, right? Okay, guys, who is this?
Rajagopal.
Okay, tell
I
me.
think we are absolutely, and there is no issue. Like the current suggestion, we need to take it in the next session.
Okay, perfect. I'll take a note of it, and then we will take it from there. That's okay. Okay, guys. Thanks everyone. And then let's meet up next week, and then what next week is, we'll concentrate on the IIoT just going forward, and then we will take it forward from there. And I'll share the agenda this time. What I will do is I'll share the agenda before. I know some people have suggested, right, please share the agenda like a day before. I'll share the agenda a day before, so that you people can go through that content, and then if you have any questions priorly, you can just ask that to me, or like you can Google it, and then you can try to get it, or maybe in the session, right, you can better understand that, you can have a better questions to discuss. Okay, guys. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for your time. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.